So Tarkov is running like shit for you. I get it. I was in the same boat. This most recent update actually helped the most. Out of anything I'm going to teach you today, anything I'm going to show you, this most recent update has definitely helped a lot with everything. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to get cracking. I know last video kind of popped off, so I'm hoping this video gets just as many views because I like to help. I got more shit on the way, so let's get cracking. We're gonna get straight into Tarkov. I'm gonna show you my settings, and we're gonna go through POSTFX settings just to kind of see what we can get cracking. You know, make the game look better, make the game play better, and make you a better gamer overall. Let's get it. Alrighty, so now that we're in Tarkov, let's go ahead and take a look at the settings. So for my first page of settings here on the game screen, you're gonna see that I have the auto RAM cleaner ticked. It's good to have on. And the Reddit post that I saw by a user named Lowe's-Back, he told us that keeping this turned on right here isn't helping us at all. So turn that off. Turn the use the only physical cores off and the auto RAM cleaner on. Which is good to have on. Set your FOV to 74. 75 is bugged out right now. It's still bugged out like it has been from the beginning. So just go ahead and throw on 74. Not that big of a difference. On my graphics page, you're going to go ahead and take a look here. Have my screen resolution set to 1920 by 1080. I don't have a, what is it called? One of those 21 by 9 monitors. So 16 by 9 is my aspect ratio, and I'm using 1920 by 1080. Sometimes whenever I'm trying to play stretched or something, I'll throw it down to, what is it called? 1444 by 1080. That's also a good res, but it does stretch your screen out more, so keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and go down here. The overall graphics quality is custom, obviously, because I have everything changed down here. If you go ahead and start right here, I have my texture quality set to high. Whenever you change this setting, the game does need to restart. So make sure you're aware of that you're not doing this in a raid or anything. Shadow quality, I have that set to high. My object LOD quality, that's how far away objects load. In your vision, you know what I mean? Like how if there's loot on the ground, it won't load in until you're that far away from it. So I have this set down to 2. Overall visibility set to 1500, just because there's not any huge maps in the game that really require that much visibility. So go ahead and keep it around 1500, 2000 area. That'll be good for you. Shadow visibility, set that to 40. Nighttime scenarios, you know, it helps you out a little bit. Just keeping this down, you can see through basically all the you know, corners and stuff like that people are hiding in. Anti-aliasing, have this set to TAA. It's gotten better with the past 2 updates, so go ahead and throw it on here, or you can throw it on TAA high if you prefer. Or it's not really that big of a difference for me. With my resampling set to 1x off. The HBAO, screen space reflections, and anisotropic filtering, I have these all set to off, just because they munch away at your fucking FPS. So go ahead and keep those off, and you should be good there. Sharpness comes standard at 0.7. I went ahead and threw it up to 1. I used to play 1.1, 1.2, but I didn't really notice a difference between them, so I just threw it down to 1. Ooh, didn't mean to do that. And obviously your lobby FPS limit, keep that at 60, and your game FPS limit hits to 120. I'm going to show you how to unlock your FPS as well, to where you can go above that 120 cap. And I have Z-blur, chrome aberrations, noise, and grass shadows all turned off. So yeah, so next thing we're going to do is go into the POSTFX tab over here. And if you see the POSTFX right here, you would just be looking at this like, what the fuck? What do I change? So BSG were so kind to add a visualize button down here that if you're in raid, I'm in an offline raid right now, you can see what you're changing on the screen in front of you. So if you want to change your brightness, whatever, you can change that around. Have mine set to about 5. I like how it looks. It's just a little brighter, you know, not too crazy though. If I was playing like this, you'd be fucking just blind the whole time. So I have that set to about 5. Saturation, keep that around 15, 16, you know. It doesn't add too much, you know, color to the screen. It just looks tacky like this. So I'll go ahead and throw it around 15. 15 to 20 is a safe area, but if you go above that, it just starts getting a little excessive. So just keep it a little low, you know. These are my personal settings. Again, anything you want to play around with, you have free reign. These are just your own color settings, but these are what I like to use to, you know, see enemies clearer and all that. Colorfulness, I have this set to about 35 because I like the color pop. I think the game looks really good with a lot of color on it. Typically, it's usually just pretty bland, you know, like that. So I went ahead and threw this up to about 35. Everything looks pretty nice and colorful, and it's not too excessive, you know. Luma Sharpen, these just kind of, you know, add like texture. If you look around the borders of the leaves and stuff, you can see it just starts to get a little, you know, just, you see the little, there's like little borders on it. It kind of looks like Borderlands at that point, so I keep that one about 25. And Adaptive Sharpen just makes it look way more like Borderlands. If you see, do you see what I'm saying? It looks like it's sort of cell shaded, so go ahead and keep that pretty low. I keep mine at about 10. Yeah. And the color grading, these are all going to be whatever you know, personal preference. I like the Montreal filter. I think it looks pretty cool. It kind of gives a blue hint to it if you take it all the way up, but I keep mine around 30. So that, I think that looks good to me right there, but you can go through them all. You know, there's Feather, Jason. Jason looks pretty cool. I was, you know, contemplating using this one as well, but you can go through all of these. There's a lot of good ones. Yeah, it's just basically personal preference at this point. That one's kind of crazy. Yeah, so let me go ahead and show you how to unlock your FPS. If I can find my blah blah blah, where'd it go? There it is. All right, so go ahead and set that back, and yeah, I'll apply that, and that should be it for in-game settings. Yeah, there it is again. If you want to see it, we can go over it again. High shadow quality, high texture quality, LOD quality set to 2, overall visibility 1500, shadow visibility 40, anti-aliasing TAA or TAA high, 1x off for resampling, HBAO, SSR, anisotropic filtering all set to off, sharpness 1, lobby FPS and game FPS limits maxed with all of the bottom options unticked, and the auto RAM cleaner turned on with the 74 FOV. So yeah, that's all saved. Let's go ahead and go into our GeForce panel right here, and I can show you what options I'm using for my 3D settings. If I can open it up real quick. There we are. Okay, so check it out. So we're in the Manage 3D Settings tab over here on the left. When you open this tab at first, it's going to bring you right here to the global settings for your computer. Don't mess with anything in here. Go ahead and go over to Program Settings, and it should give you an option to select a program. Go ahead and open this right here, and you can browse through this list until you find Escape from Tarkov right here. So escape from Tarkov.exe, and you'll find that, and it'll go ahead and pull up the options that you can change in here. Let's go ahead and go over mine. So image sharpening, I have the global setting off. Ambient occlusion, I don't have an app, or it's not supported for this application. Anisotropic filtering, all this is going to be inside of your game, so go ahead and leave all these alone until you come down to max frame rate. Set that to off. The multi-frame sampled AA, the MFAA, set that to off. Use your GPU right here. The OpenGL rendering GPU is going to be typically on auto select, but go ahead and select your GPU that you have in your computer. Sorry, I had a burp. Power management mode, you're going to go to prefer maximum performance, preferred refresh rate, highest available, shader cache on, texture filtering, turn that to off, texture filtering negative LOD bias, allow. The quality, set this to high performance. Texture filtering, you're going to set that to on. This is the trilinear optimization. The threaded optimization, set that to auto. I saw that in the Reddit post as well. Gives you a little performance boost. I'm not sure how. Personally, I'm not a computer gnome that lives inside and makes things happen, but it's helped me. Triple buffering off, VSync off, so we can uncap the frame rate. Virtual reality pre-rendered frames, 1. So, yeah. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and close this. And so once you have the option turned on in here for the vertical sync off, you're going to go back into your Tarkov, and you're going to, let's see, let me open my tab. Y'all can see it, but I can't. So go ahead and go to your settings again, and go to your graphics tab. So VSync would have been ticked off for you, and you would have noticed that it's just, you know, locked frame rate up here of 60. But when you hit this, it's going to bring you up to, it's way past 60 now. It's at 102 in the menu. So we know, you know, we had it set to 60. It's at 98 right now. And when we're in game, it should be capped at 120. And we're capped at, we're going well over the cap. Just depends on where you're looking at, where you are at in the map. But the game looks pretty. Yeah, I'm playing in full screen. You can play in full screen borderless. There's not much of a difference. People say there's input lag, but there's not. So yeah, go ahead and play around with these visual settings as you please. This is what I like. yeah, other than that, thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. Make sure you subscribe. More content on the way soon. And yeah, drop me some video ideas down below if you got anything. So let me know how this helped you. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.